We're about to be talking about the tragedy that happened in Parkland, but specifically the cops involved and how much really the cops not involved was the whole thing, because we'll be talking about, we coincidentally had some news coming out about the cops who didn't do shit in Parkland and the cops who didn't do shit in Uvalde. Stories coming out about that this week. And so I thought it would be appropriate to cover. So I'll be reading here from NBC. The headline is 7 years later, arbitrator upholds deputy dismissal in Parkland massacre case. A court of arbitration ruled this week that Broward County Sheriff Gregory Toney was justified in firing Deputy Edward Eason for making no effort to confront the shooter who murdered 17 people and wounded 17 others. 17 children.
Damn,
so
I can't
let's
get my
clarify
job back.
that.
What you mean I can't get my job back?
And this is 7 years of him trying to get his job
What?
back.
That's crazy. You really... Wow.
Of him being like...
Okay, so 17 kids were killed and 17 others were injured because of me. I can't get my job back, though.
7 years of being like, guys, don't y'all hate your bosses? Isn't it bullshit? Bro, you will never imagine the bullshit ass reason I got fired from my job.
You mess up one time. You accidentally forget to protect 17. Nigga, go into fucking Twitch stream. I don't even know.
Yeah,
bro.
Ashton, you really got Twitch streaming on your mind.
I do, right?
But yeah. Well, you know what I always say? I'm like, bro, just do a software boot camp 6 months. You don't have to be a cop. Why do you still want to be a cop at this point?
Brother, you got to update your advice. You can't. It's 2025, dog. You got to stop telling people to learn the code, because that is not.
Is coding done?
Yeah.
What's that? What? Oh, because of AI.
Yeah.
So what do you do now?
Exactly.
Literally, what do you do
Everyone's poor. That's
Damn.
what it is. There's no, what do you do? You poverty, brother.
Yeah. Start a podcast. Or do Twitch streaming. You know, Ashton was right.
I'm telling you, bro.
Ashton was right.
We're all being funneled onto...
Yeah.
They're all being outsourced and becoming Twitch streamers,
Yeah.
and even that is about to be...
It's a Patreon-based economy.
Yeah.
So, in the arbitration hearing, which took place in February, the arbitrator heard and saw evidence such as Eason's body camera video. You heard all those gunshots? Sounds like a dozen at least. Eason is heard saying at one point in the video, confirming that he heard the shots being fired at the high school. But Eason was not at MSD High School. He was not trying to eliminate the threat. He was next door at West Glades Middle School, and that's why the sheriff fired him. So why did the arbitration process take so long? There were procedural delays coupled with the unfortunate death of the original arbitrator. So that was one of the, I mean, you hate to use the word funny. I mean, it is. The cop was so scared of running in and doing quite literally the one thing he's really supposed to do. Because the question is, why would you ever have a cop in school? This is the only time where you could make an argument. I would still push back and say you could have just armed security that's not connected to the justice system, that's not going to start throwing kids in jail for misbehaving at school, which is what we do see. But here is the time for a cop at school to shine. And not only was he not running in and doing his job, he was actively pretending, like he was actively, because he knows he's being filmed on his own body camera, he's actively like saying shit to like cover his ass and be like, he was literally saying like, I was just in there, and there was just, and it's like, you were not in there, bro.
Like,
you were not in there.
He's like, damn, I'm gonna have to do so many Uber Eats orders to make up for this. I want to put a year at least on Uber Eats duty.
So this is 7 years later, and okay, he's not, his firing is being upheld. Okay, good, but.
And it's the one time the judicial system actually fucking punishes a cop. It's like every other time.
Well, it depends on what you mean by punish. Like, all that's happening is he's not getting his job back. Like, you know what I mean? He escaped all these. So there's 3 cops. There were 3 cops here, and none of them got convicted of any crime. This guy doesn't get his job back, but the other 2 cops did get their jobs back. And not only did they get their jobs back, they got back pay. They got their jobs back, and they got like probably over 6 figures lump sum for
Being
literally
off.
not doing anything, for letting children die.
Yeah, not only you got vacation time after, you're incentivized to get to
they
like,
got their vacation days back. They got their benefits back. They got all the back pay, lump
literal
sum.
incentives to not protect kids in a school shooter. Damn, if I don't, I could just
Take a vacation.
I can get paid $100,000 while everyone else is like, "You're a monster." I'm like,
Yeah. Well, everyone else is like, my
miss
son,
my
my
kids,
daughter.
my
You know, all that blah, blah, blah.
You're
You
in
could be getting
Maui,
paid.
right?
You could be getting paid.
You're in the fucking islands. You would get how Stella got her groove back. That's how she afforded her trip. She used police back pay.
And there was they tried pressing charges on those cops, and none of the charges could stick because the Supreme Court has ruled multiple times that cops are not obligated to protect us. And what that really means is that they don't have a constitutional duty to protect us, meaning that if they refuse to protect us, if they refuse to do their jobs, that is not criminal. That's not a crime. They could get fired for that, but they can't get charged for a crime for that, even if it means us being killed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The judicial system, gentle parents, cops.
Yeah.
They like gentle parents. Like, oh no, we let him pick his own screen time, and that just so happens to be whenever there's a mass shooting. So he gets to be on his phone if there's a school shooting. That's what he decided. We're not gonna say anything. It's like they just like gentle parenting is like dead ass. Like they genuinely no accountability. If there is punishment, it is not barely a punishment. It's like genuinely like
Because they have it easy on both sides. Like on one end, if they don't do their jobs, that's okay, no consequences for them. But if they do something like beat the shit out of you or kill you, well, then we can't sue them either. So they really, gentle parenting is the best way to put it. They're they're Lindsay Lohan's crashing her car in Beverly Hills and walking away into an Uber and going on their way.
Do you know who my dad? Well, that's not Lindsay Lohan, but
But let's keep going. So this next article, also coming out this week, from an even worse school shooting. This is from Uvalde, Texas. So the people of Uvalde have really been, it's a small town. And obviously they were like completely rocked by this unimaginable tragedy of all these elementary age children being massacred when the cops really literally stood outside, like hundreds of cops just outside the door, if you can imagine that. And that's what was going on. And I'm more familiar with the aftermath of Uvalde because it seems to be more absurd than the aftermath of Parkland, because these cops are doing everything they can to avoid accountability. But what just happened was a big document drop. And a lot of things came out of that document drop. These were previously sealed docs. One thing that happened that was pretty good was a teacher. So there was a teacher that was accused of leaving the door open, and she was accused of this by the police. The police, trying to avoid.
I remember when it was a big story when it first came out.
Yeah. Well, it turns out she did not leave the door open. They lied, and they tried to, and they ruined this lady's life.
Yeah, that happens. People,
So we learned that. We now got the footage. She closed the door. The cops lied and said they tried to put blame on this teacher. Now, another thing that came out of these files, we're going to read right now. So the headline, reading from KHOU Channel 11, former Uvalde police chief sought $1.1 million settlement after Robb Elementary shootings. This is settlement for him. To clarify, if anyone's confused, like when I first read that headline, I was confused what that could mean. It couldn't mean that he was asking for a settlement. It is what that meant. The Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District on Wednesday released more than 2,100 files related to the Robb Elementary School shooting. It includes termination paperwork for former District Police Chief Pete Arredondo. So that's the guy. That's the main guy. And a proposed settlement from the Chiefs' then legal team of $1.1 million. The release included more than 2,100 pages of documents, including text messages from the day of the massacre. Uvalde CISD Superintendent Hal Harrell wrote to senior staff, quote, "Let officers do what they're trained to do," after being told the gunman was inside the school. Nearly 400 officers waited 77 minutes before confronting the shooter.
Just imagine you're a shooter. You're like, no one's came yet?
You probably want a suicide by cop, and the
like,
cops are too fucking cowardly to even do that to you.
I didn't think I would get through this many kids because
you're just sitting there bored, like, all right, I don't have the balls to actually kill myself. I was hoping a cop would come in and do that for me.
Second floor now. Hello, I'm on the third floor. It's like, that's crazy.
Just 400 out of the 400, not a single one.
When every minute matters. And you 77. That's
77 minutes, and 400 cops all just like unanimously.
You have an army.
Yeah.
You have a literal militia outside with who one of you is just a fucking kill without any fucking remorse. That's like, I know there's one of you in that group. So the fact that were they told not to go? That's what I'm like. Why would they all just be standing there? Why we're like, Mom?
I mean, that was a part of it, and that's like, we could maybe that could be an episode we do later, like a deep dive, because that was part of it. Like, that's why the chief, and I don't want to get too much into the specifics because I don't want to be wrong, because it's been a while since I've read into this, but that I believe that was part of it, was like the top-down orders were such that they were like not being told to go in. Which again is completely fucking ridiculous.
Scared from here.
And so the question that was one of the questions, was like, there's another issue here is that there's like multiple agencies, multiple like entities trying to study what happened and trying to figure out accountability. And there was a question of like 2 or 3 kids who were not dead right away, that's what kind of centered around, like, could those kids have been saved?
Damn.
And so there's a ton of fallout with this, and all of I mean, the cops in Uvalde are just like burying their heels in the ground, and are refusing to because I mean, who would want to take accountability of this? Who would want to take accountability of a classroom of dead kids? And 400 of y'all stood outside. But that brings me back to what this article is about, that the fucking balls of these cops, that not only is he refusing accountability, he demanded $1 million. He wanted to somehow finesse $1 million out of this. Like, I don't even understand how you could imagine to bargain in this way, where they're like, you should be in jail. And he's like, okay, how about compromise? Instead of me going to jail, you give me $1 million.
Yeah, counter offer.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think about that?
Oh, yeah? I like it, but I got another offer. Yeah, no, that's just crazy. Making money off of dead kids is crazy. Trying to come up off of dead kids is a wild move. It's like, bro, you are responsible.
On all these cops, the Parkland High, like, we don't like, it's unjust that you're firing me. We deserve to have our jobs back. I deserve to have the back
to now
pay.
Act like you're the victim is crazy. After you did not save victims, you helped create victims, and now you're acting like you're the victim. It's just wild. And like, how do you live with your, like,
exactly,
like,
bro?
Are
like, do you literally not have shame?
Like,
do you not possess
it's not
shame?
It's deeper than shame. Shame is like, oh shit, I sharded at this music. Like, this is like,
no, I would say that's embarrassment. I would say this is shame.
Yeah, sure. Shame, I would say this is deeper than shame. This is like, bro, this is like, nigga, are you human?
Yeah.
Do you like, what is internal? That's like, you want to talk about the most
It's sociopathic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like, you want to talk about the most sacred thing humans revere. It's the future. It's children.
Yeah.
It's like, that is like some shit that's like our representation of the future. So we like to kill the future. Like, bro, we revere children too much, and you are like, you don't feel that pain, that loss of like how this precious thing was stolen in mass. Like, oh my God, like this is a horror show.
Yeah.
And you, instead of being crippled by like the darkness that should consume you when something like this happens, you're like, actually, I think I see a light at the end of this tunnel.
Yeah.
It smells like $1 million. I see a new boat.
Well, I think that's it. You know, like, I think shame, their personal feelings, like, I'm sure they do probably, I mean, yeah, they probably do have deep feelings and emotions about this, but they put that aside because there's a bag on the line. They could get a bag out of this, and what would they rather do? Work or not work? Have a well-paying job again, or go and try to do something else. They're gonna go for as we say, they're gonna Riyadh Comedy Festival this, and they're just gonna reach for the bag and try to grab it if it's in front of them.
If the cop's argument was like, no, look, you paid me $1 million, I'll never cop again. You ain't got to worry about me not protecting children because I got $1 million. That's my deal on the table.
Yeah.
Hey, take it or leave it. Otherwise, I'm trying to get my job back. You know how that goes. Oh, fuck, dude. Give him $1 million. Fuck.
Yeah. So,
But, well,
I think we'll do that one day. We'll do a deeper dive into the fallout of Uvalde because there's a lot there. There's a lot there to talk about. So another time where we have too many fun episodes in a row, we'll do another bummer episode like this.
I just was saying how bad I want to just be surrounded in Uvalde energy. You know?
Yeah, look, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. I pitched you the podcast very upfront and fairly, and you said yes, I will do this podcast. So we're doing it.
That's how I want to spend my.
You agreed to this shit, bro.
What a lovely.
You agreed to this weird ass podcast.
Sunday morning,
it is
just absorbing the Uvalde vibe.
Yes, people like it. People are listening. People are tuning in, Ashton. So
it feels so good.
Look, I never said it's gonna feel good. When was that part of the deal? So
I
we're
feel
moving
like
on.
David Hogg.
We're moving on. And going to ICE. Great.
This podcast sucks.